Alright friends, so with that we have covered the what and the how to for those two very important connection types in Power BI, the import and the direct query. So now of course the big question is, why do we have them? So in real projects, when I'm gonna use which type, right? That's why we're gonna go and compare them side by side, and I'm gonna guide you as well step by step in the decision making process that I follow. So now let's go. So now we start with the big difference between those two. It is about where the data lives. With the import, we have understood Power BI gonna takes an extra copy of the data and store it inside the file, and the visual is gonna use this local copy. But with the direct query, the data gonna stay in the database. So each time an interaction happens in the visuals, it's gonna go and talk to the database in order to get data. And this brings us to the first big topic, the performance. Now about the import, the data that is inside Power BI, it's gonna be compressed and as well stored in format called column store. It is high-end and very fast technique to do analytical calculations, and as well at the same time it is kept in the memory, and because of this the interaction gonna feel like instance. If you click on the filters and the reports, everything gonna respond very quickly. That's why if you are talking about the performance, it is a clear win for the imports, and this is the #1 reason why most of the projects use imports. But now in the other side about the direct query, the performance gonna be depending on a lot of external factors, like for example the network connection between Power BI and the database. If the network is slow, then everything gonna be as well slow. And as well it depends on the performance of the database, because each time your database has to execute the queries, and if the database is slow, then it's gonna respond as well slow, and the performance of your visual is gonna be really bad. Now the third factor is the way the data stored inside the traditional databases, where the data are stored in row-based tables. It's gonna be fine for normal transactions, but it's gonna be slower for analytics. So the column store storage that is used internally in Power BI, it is much faster for analytics than the traditional row-based tables. So we have a lot of external factors that's gonna have an impact on the performance. Even if you use modern platforms like Databricks, of course it's gonna go and improve massively the direct query performance, but it's still hard to beat the performance of the imports. And since I come from the industry and I have done a lot of projects using Power BI, I can tell you the performance is the #1 thing users judge your project and your reports. If the business users gonna see like 5 seconds, they're gonna say the whole project is bad and everything is slow. So even if you make the best dashboard with all fancy stuff and the data is correct inside it, but your dashboard take like 5 to 10 seconds, you're gonna get a negative feedback from the users, because there is nothing annoying more than just sitting down and waiting for something to react. That's why most of the projects use import, just to make sure everything is fast enough. Now let's talk about another thing, about the data freshness. This is where import has a clear drawback, because as we understood, Power BI gonna store a local copy of the data, and over the time your data gonna evolve in the source system, and this copy gonna get outdated over the time. So you're gonna rely on manual and scheduled refresh, which is sometimes takes time or even fails. So if you are thinking about data freshness, this is a lose for the import. With the direct query, it is a clear win, because the data gonna be always delivered fresh. Every interaction goes directly to the source, and there is no refresh process that you have to worry about. And now quickly, again, real talk from industry projects. In modern companies, many systems gonna produce near real-time data, so they're gonna stream the data to you using Kafka and so on. If you use import, then you are not benefiting from this modern technique, because you will be doing batch processing. So you're gonna refresh your data maybe once or twice a day, and you might get criticized that the data in the report are not real time. But let's be honest, most of the data analytics use cases and reports that you are building, they're gonna work perfectly with 1 day old data or even hourly data, because you can do hourly refresh. At the end, it is just analytics. But of course, there will be some edge cases where freshness really matters, and only for those small set of use cases, you can go and use direct query for them. But for the rest, all other use cases, import gonna be more than enough. And now, let's talk about the data size. The thing is, with the import, all the data must fit into the memory. And as well, Power BI does a great job with the compression, but memory still has limits. If you have a very large data sets, you can hit those limits. And of course, the refresh gonna fail, and even if the refresh didn't fail, your Power BI file can become very large. Working with multi-gigabyte files is not fun. But with the direct query, this problem disappears. It doesn't matter how big the data in the source systems, and usually we have modern systems like the Databricks Databricks, where it can handle massive amount of data using the distributed storages and multiple machines and optimized engine. So for very large datasets, DirectQuery has as well here a clear win. Now moving on to another factor, the stability. If you have a look to the DirectQuery, you have here two systems and a network in between. This of course increases the risk of failure. So you have to deal with three things: the Microsoft Power BI, the database system, and as well the networking. And if one of them fails, the whole system can break. So of course we have high availability in the Power BI service, but maybe there is like some downtime in the database. If the database is down as well, your report's gonna be down, because if your user open any reports, they will just get errors and no one can do any analysis in Power BI until the database is online again. And now let's say that you have high availability as well in the database, still you might get errors from the network because it needs permanent connection between the two systems. So any small issue that could happen outside Power BI, it's gonna cause disaster and it's gonna stop people from using your reports. But now if you look to the other side, to the import, we are dealing with only one system. There is no dependency to any other stuff, and only if the service of Microsoft is offline, then you have a problem. The availability of the cloud is really high, so don't worry about it. And whatever happens outside, your users always gonna have data to work with because Power BI has its own copy. The only issue that might happen is that if you try to refresh and the database is offline, you will not get fresh data in this day. But still, the users will not see errors in the reports. They will just work with 1 day old data. So for the stability, it is a clear win for the imports. And the final point is moduling flexibility. With the import, you're gonna get full freedom. You can create calculated columns, relationships, you can do all the transformations and moduling that you want. So all the features are open for you. But with the DirectQuery, there are a lot of limitations. Some DAX functions don't work, some moduling techniques are blocked, and even you don't see the data in the table view in Power BI desktop. And of course, the reason is simple. Power BI cannot manipulate the data that it doesn't own. It will not change the data inside the source system. And with the import, Power BI owns the data. That's why you will get full moduling power using imports. So about the flexibility, here the import gonna win the DirectQuery. Well, no more coffee. I have to refill. We are not done yet. So now let's say that one of your colleagues comes to you and say, you know what, we have a new source system and I would like to connect it to Power BI. Should I use import or DirectQuery? So now I'm gonna tell you how to answer this. The first question that you have to answer, or let's say to test, is can the data fit into the Power BI memory? So try to load everything into the memory. If the answer is no, it doesn't fit, then you have to use DirectQuery. But if it fits, then you have to go to the second question. Now you have to ask, are we dealing with real-time data? Now, if the answer is yes, we want real-time data in Power BI, then ask again, or try to understand whether they really need real-time analysis in Power BI, because many people say at the start yes, but they are totally fine if the data is hourly or daily late, because with the import you can always create a schedule that's hourly refresh the data inside Power BI. But if it is edge use case, it is monitoring and the data should be real-time, then you have to use the DirectQuery. But if the answer is no, hourly is okay, then you can use the imports. Now, before you connect everything to DirectQuery, you have to ask as well about the stability of the source system. Is the database and the networking good enough to use DirectQuery? Because if they are slow and not stable, then everything else doesn't matter. You have to use the imports. Because if they are slow and not stable, then really you cannot use the DirectQuery. You have to push on the import. Maybe you say, let's not have all the data inside the memory. Maybe start filtering the data, and as well, maybe they are okay with the hourly loads. But if you have solid systems, then no issue, you can use the DirectQuery. So this is my thoughts process about it. And now I'm gonna give you the golden rule. If you can use import, then just use imports. It is just faster, stable, flexible, and easier to maintain, and gonna make your life easy. And only use DirectQuery in special cases. The data is very large, you really need real-time data, and you have very strong infrastructure. And I believe most of the cases, the import gonna be more than enough. So this approach has worked for me in real projects for years. So that's all for the two types. now we're gonna talk about quickly something not that important but worth mentioning, the dual. So what is dual mode? If you use this type of connection, Power BI gonna decide whether it's gonna use import or direct query, and this gonna depends completely on internal stuff in Power BI. So it is not really transparent with you how things works. Power BI can decide based on the query. If many other tables are used in the query that is using import, Power BI gonna decide to use the import as well for your table. But if the other tables are using direct query, then Power BI gonna use as well direct query for your table. So it is something really weird, and Power BI gonna decide on its own whether it's import and direct query, and this mix is really dangerous. And if one of the users comes to you and asks you what is going on, then as well it's hard for you to explain the reason, because it's hard to see how Power BI exactly reacted to the queries at that time. So the numbers on the dashboards will make no sense, and it's gonna open the door for inconsistency, and as well at the same time people will not trust the dashboards. In my projects I like to have exactly the control how things behaves. That's why I would like to decide on this, whether it is import or direct query. I will not leave it for Power BI to do that. So it is totally untransparent and I don't recommend it. Okay, so let's try this dual option. If you go to the model view, now here we have 3 imports and 1 direct query. Of course, I cannot go to the imports and change anything because you're gonna do that. The only way we can change something is to go to the customers over here. And now if you go to the advanced, you're gonna see here the storage mode is direct query. And if you click on it, you can see that we can use the dual. So now if you click on it, we're gonna get some warnings about the awareness, what you are doing. I'm gonna say I am fine with that, switch it to dual. So now look at this, we have new icons. So we have the storage in the middle, but at the same time we have the 2 directional arrows, and Power BI gonna say this is dual. So now of course this is gonna be really hard to predict what is going on with the data, whether it is an import or a direct query. It is something totally at the hand of Power BI and you cannot control it. So we will stop with this. I just want to show you how to switch it to dual, and I stay with my opinion. I don't recommend you to use this one.